Princess Leonor stuns Copenhagen, Queen Margrethe greets her. It was a moment everyone had been waiting for, the first time Princess Leonor of Spain set foot in Copenhagen. The streets were alive with excitement. The city of fairy tales was about to witness a historic event. A future queen, still young but already carrying the weight of a nation on her shoulders, was about to be received by one of Europe's most beloved monarchs, Queen Margrethe II of Denmark. But no one could have predicted the shock that was about to unfold. As the world watched, Princess Leonor did something unexpected, something that turned heads and raised eyebrows. It wasn't just the elegance of her arrival, the poise of her royal attire, or the warmth in her eyes. No, it was what she did next, how she greeted Queen Margrethe. The entire world had been waiting to see how this meeting of future monarchs would play out, but no one could have predicted this twist in the story. What happened between Leonor and Margrethe was more than a simple greeting. It was a quiet revolution, a message that echoed far beyond the walls of Copenhagen. And the consequences of that moment are still being felt today. Now, let's rewind a bit and dive into what led up to this moment. To understand the significance of Leonor's visit to Copenhagen, we need to take a deeper look at the royal families involved. Princess Leonor is no ordinary heir to the throne. Born into the Spanish monarchy, she is the firstborn daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, and as such, she carries the future of Spain on her shoulders. With her every step, the world watches closely. From her education to her royal duties, Leonor has been groomed for a life of leadership and responsibility. But despite the expectations placed upon her, she has always carried herself with grace, poise, and an undeniable presence. Then there's Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, a monarch who has led Denmark for over 5 decades. Queen Margrethe is not just the head of the Danish monarchy, she is an icon. She's been through political turmoil, personal trials, and international scrutiny. And yet, through it all, she has remained a steadfast and beloved figure, embodying the resilience and strength of the Danish people. So when Princess Leonor made her way to Copenhagen, the world knew this was a meeting of two powerful women, two future queens, coming together to share their experience, wisdom, and vision for the future of their respective countries. But no one could have predicted how powerful their interaction would truly be. As the motorcade arrived at the royal palace, Leonor stepped out, looking every bit the future queen she was destined to be. Her poise and confidence were palpable, but it was the way she interacted with Queen Margrethe that truly stunned onlookers. What was expected to be a formal greeting became an intimate, personal moment, one that spoke volumes about the evolving dynamics between the royal families of Europe. The warmth between them was evident, yes, but it was more than just mutual respect. It was the beginning of a new chapter in royal diplomacy. Leonor's actions, her body language, the way she spoke to Margrethe, told a story of collaboration, unity, and the unspoken understanding between two women who would one day bear the heavy weight of their thrones. But why did this moment stir so much controversy? What was it about this meeting that left people talking for days? Was it simply the history of it all, the two future queens coming together in a moment of grace and solidarity? Or was there something deeper at play? To understand the significance of Leonor's greeting, we need to take a step back and consider the larger context. For years, royal families have faced pressure to adapt to the changing political and social landscape. With the rise of social media, the decline in the relevance of monarchies, and the shifting nature of diplomacy, royals have had to find new ways to relate to their people and to each other. Gone are the days of strictly formal encounters. These days, personal connections matter as much as protocol, if not more. And that's exactly what we saw in Copenhagen. Leonor, who has been trained from a young age to understand the delicate balance of duty and public image, knew exactly how to navigate this meeting with Queen Margrethe. It wasn't about the grand ceremony or the diplomatic rhetoric, it was about a quiet, powerful exchange of mutual respect between two women who understand the weight of leadership in ways most people never will. Now, let's talk about the wider implications of this meeting. For many, the relationship between Spain and Denmark has always been cordial, but somewhat distant. The royal families have maintained diplomatic ties, of course, but it's been largely ceremonial. Yet, the dynamics of Europe's monarchies are changing, and this meeting could signal a shift towards a more personal, cooperative approach between the different royal houses. There's a lot at stake for both countries. For Spain, Leonor represents the future of the monarchy. Her leadership will shape Spain's role in Europe and the world. Her relationship with other European monarchies will be crucial in establishing Spain's place on the global stage. For Denmark, Queen Margrethe has spent decades carefully cultivating the legacy of the Danish monarchy. She is a respected figure, not just in Denmark but across Europe. Her relationship with the younger royals, like Leonor, is just as important for the future of Denmark's monarchy. And that's why this meeting, this greeting, is so significant. It's not just about two queens meeting for the first time, it's about the passing of the baton, the exchange of wisdom, and the beginning of a new era in royal diplomacy. But let's dig deeper. What was said in that moment, beyond the cameras and the flashing lights? What kind of conversation was happening behind the scenes? Was this an alliance in the making, or was it simply an attempt to solidify the friendship between two royal families? Was there a deeper political motive behind the scenes? As we unravel this story, we begin to see that there are many layers to this meeting. The royals, despite their glamour, are not just ceremonial figures, they are deeply involved in the political and social landscapes of their countries. Every gesture, every word, carries weight. And in this meeting, we are seeing the future of European monarchy take shape before our eyes. As the day progressed, Princess Leonor and Queen Margrethe spent time together discussing their respective royal duties. Leonor, still in the early stages of her preparation for the throne, received invaluable advice from Margrethe, advice that would shape her leadership and royal approach for years to come. But here's the twist: despite the warmth and camaraderie on display, there was an unspoken tension. There are those within the Spanish royal family who view Margrethe's approach to monarchy as too modern, too informal. And there are those within Denmark who see Leonor as a symbol of the old guard, of a monarchy steeped in centuries of tradition. Could this meeting have been more than just a simple greeting? Could it have been the beginning of a more significant shift in European royal diplomacy, an attempt to bridge the gap between the old ways and the new? As we watch this moment unfold, one thing is clear: the future of European monarchies is in flux. And Leonor, with her grace, intelligence, and political savvy, is ready to take on the challenge. But what does the future hold for these two queens? And how will their relationship evolve as they both step into their royal roles? Only time will tell. For now, though, we can look back at this meeting and remember one thing: this was more than just a greeting. This was the beginning of a new chapter in European royal history. A chapter that promises to be full of intrigue, surprises, and alliances that will shape the future for generations to come.